It was a really nice day out in Oakland. Skateboarding in America was out. Even though his tooth was kind of hurting, he was kind of feeling a little weird, having some back pain. But when he got carving on the board out in the sun, felt so good. So we ended up skating over by the lake, and I was kind of chilling out by the lake. There's lots of sounds by the lake, lots of music. There's this guy that brings out a drum set sometimes there. It's really cool. And different people play different kinds of music out there. Lots of people have their Bluetooth music as they're skateboarding or bicycling or jogging or whatever. And so there's lots of music, lots of sounds around the lake. And, but Skateboarding in America was just kind of sitting there, and having a pretty good day and having a little bit of pain, but nothing unusual. Feeling pretty good and okay. Just kind of taking a little rest on a bench on the near Grand Street and kind of forested side of the lake area, Lake Merritt area, Grand Lake, Grand Street area, and suddenly, and he didn't have his music on. He had turned off his Bluetooth device. His phone was low on battery. He's just kind of sitting there. He's kind of hearing what sounds like music, but it's not. It's hard to describe, and he can't quite figure out where it's coming from. And it sounds like just voices kind of singing in harmony and other things, and then he's like getting kind of confused. But so he's just hanging out, but keeps sitting there, and he gets out his backpack and he's gonna get out his journals, write some notes or something, and then but he hears this frequency really strong, and he kind of looks up, and it's like the air in front of him is kind of vibrating, and this frequency is strong, like he can feel it, kind of, but not just like a drum beat, but like the frequency is everywhere, and suddenly it's like, it's kind of like like somebody was trying to ask him some questions or something. And they kind of conveyed to him that if he would just think about it, like they could see it. And this frequency is going on, and it's almost like he's in a room with them, a strange room. And it's like there's a screen there, and they have him there at that screen, and he's touching it. And then they can see what he's seeing in his mind when they ask him these questions. And in effect, they kind of smile at him, if that's possible. They kind of let them know that they're pleased. And the strange music, he's never heard the strange music. The strange music gets going again. And then it's like he's really in tune with the music. And then suddenly he's back on the bench when they're holding a skateboard. And he's kind of thinking to himself, like, no one will ever understand that. And there's no one that I can share that with, that it's going to sound like credible or anything. But if the beings had a message for skateboarding in America, at some point, they were asking him some questions, and he would just think about these things when they were asking him the questions, and they would see. But he asked them, if there's so much war in other places, if haven't smart beings in other parts of the galaxy figured out how to just be one species on their planet, and just do things right out of a spirit of stewardship and love, if that's possible. That's what Skateboarding in America asked them. And they said that yes, it was possible. And that in fact, his asking them the question was proof enough for them. And their music was good. But no one will ever know about this. It's one of those things that old Skateboarding in America is going to have to kind of keep in his journal. It's just the way it goes. Best things in this universe are like that, aren't they? Peace out.